character introduction of the family members and more of like, here's the Jinko factor. So there was the chorus repeated more. There was a chorus of people singing it. We had on stage, we had like these decked out medical carts full of blacklit rubber organs and test tubes and all of this. And so again, the brothers, or the Largos were 3 brothers and a sister initially. So it was the 3 brothers and sort of this Jinko staff. And it's not that it isn't that in the movie, but I feel that that was one of those transitions that I'm so glad happened. That it didn't just remain sort of like, I don't know, the villainous sing-along, and became maybe actually edgy. And maybe when you cast Bill Moseley in Ogre, you actually have to go, right? Because it was almost like, well, do we even, I remember there was a whole discussion of what rating is Repo? And it's like a weird, it's like, do you really think about that as an artist? I mean, I suppose you do. I hate that I do now. But, you know what I mean? Like, so I think it was brought up and it was like, well, naturally I would think R, but why? Because is R synonymous with edgy, or is that just synonymous with some goofy? So it didn't know, so we had this whole conversation like, well, sister fucking and brother fucking, that's not gonna be a G, but, you know, but is that the joke? Yeah, it's like, fuck it, let's do it. It's Bill Moseley and Ogre. So we leaned into it, and so now it's almost even hard to remember it as a sing-along as opposed to like, you're introduced to the archetypes, and they're not really playing by the rules. And if they were all singing in a nice little conformed thing, it'd be playing by the rules. So, hope that answers the question.
I can give you guys I'm the king of self-denigration, but I had a wonderful experience with Paul that was also, it was interesting and fun. So I was on set, we were doing a scene where Paul's at his desk, dad, and he's looking at the 2 kids, and he's just, you know, I have a picture of me, it's with, you know, that they brought with me peeling a face off a girl, and Bill's, you know, in some other, and he's looking at us with disgust, because, you know, we're supposed to be the good sons, and he's supposed to pass this on to, but he's just, you know, just looking at us with disgust. And so I had my first close-up, and the assistant director came up and said, you know, Ogre, Mr. Sorvino's not feeling well. He's got a bit of a chest thing. Do you mind doing your close-up without him to play off? And I said, of course. I didn't expect he was going to be there anyway. And it was my first close-up, so I was just like, of course, no problem. And all of a sudden I hear this coming down the hall, and it's Paul.